Alright, what is going on, guys? Spartan D here, and we have a maintenance that will be coming tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, my time. That's my time. It'll be different for you, so you make the adjustments for whenever that time is. We got a couple of things coming. They've been dropping a lot of banners lately. We just got done. It's kind of weird because they extended the banner for Aya, and then Ren and Natasia for as well for that matter, just so they could then later release this summer event that's way out of place, to then come back, and now we have this event, Critical Point, which will be coming tomorrow again. We also have a Halloween event, and I'm not entirely sure what that is about, but we'll find out. And I get more information on it, I'll pull it up. But I did a little bit of digging, and this is the event that we have. We have a couple units. We have Dolores, as you can see here, and we have Leangle, but Leangle right here, and we also have Chalice. So all of these units are going to be releasing tomorrow. They have their respective banners. What's great about this is, with this event Critical Point, it's going to allow you to farm Dolores's mech. So if you're free to play and you happen to want Dolores, and you're like, man, these banners, which they are running through. They'll run through your crystals and your money. If you're wondering oh man, can I even summon for this? Well, you can if you want, and if you manage to get Dolores within a timely manner, you have her mech, so you don't have to worry about getting it through the shop. It's just you pull her, you got her, awesome. And then you just farm the event, and then you have a unit there. But for for Chalice, she's also one that you want to grab as well. The mech piece, I don't know how they're gonna handle that, and how they're gonna deal with the pieces for a rare, because Leangle is also one of these. She's one of the 4 pilots that form this this Voltron mech, or Power Ranger mech, if that's too before your time. I mean, at this stage it might be before a lot of people's time, but with my demographic, most of you should be old enough to get those references. Most of you, at least the Power Rangers one. So we're gonna have Leangle coming, and this is the outfit that's gonna come with her. She looks great. This is I mean, I love the color purple, so this is something that I enjoy. And I do believe that with Chalice, I'm not sure if this I'm not sure I'm not sure if this skin is coming, or this one as well, and I'll cover them in an entirely different video that have their own unique video. But focal point is Dolores, as well as her event. And that's pretty nice. I like this. This is very nice. This is less bikini, more lingerie. That's also nice there. And I'm going to show this here just so you see what it looks like when it's inactive, and that's when it's active. So let's just head back here. This is the event that will be coming with it, and there's a Halloween event, which I'm not entirely sure of. So, you know, again, I'll cover that probably in a different video because this one might go on for too long, which is why I'm, you know, doing my best to compile this and compact it as much as I possibly can so it doesn't go on for too long because YouTube doesn't like that. But here the event, this is basically the last event with Aya, and I think that might go away after maintenance. So hopefully you've done all the grinding that you need to do for that, because there is a good chance of it just disappearing after the maintenance that we will receive for a few hours. But if it's still there, you know, I'll be sure to cover that in the video, let you all know. If you don't, you know, let me know prior to whenever I upload a video talking about it and some other stuff. But what you need to do in order to participate for the event is, you know, the same thing that you would have had to do in order to, you know, compete in the to participate in the last event and all the other events that have been going on, which is, you know, clear chapter 3, stage 3. And you just need a mercenary level of 11, which is like the easiest thing to get. Like, if you're just playing through the story in the game, you'll get that like incredibly fast. Like, you get to level 20 really quickly, and then that's usually where it starts to slow down a bit. And then you hit like 30 or, you know, somewhere around that in the next 2 days, and then it slows down even more. Then it takes like 3 to 4, maybe 5 days, depending on like how much you're playing. It might take longer, but if you're like actively playing, you know, so on and so forth. But it didn't actually take me that long. I think I hit 60 pretty quick. I don't think it only took like maybe like a week or 2. But I was actively using crystals to refresh. If you're, you know, saving as many crystals as you possibly can and just going through the game normally, which I would recommend that you do, especially considering at the pace in which they're releasing these banners, which is like alarmingly fast. I'm not sure what they're trying to do. It almost feels as though they're you know, attempting to catch us up with the other versions. I'm not entirely sure. There's like a whole year and some change worth of content that we have to go through, and I cannot necessarily say that I'm okay with that, because there's just going to be a lot of units that you end up missing out on, and you just won't be able to, you know, compete with someone who's whaling, somebody who's a dolphin, you know, who's, you know, getting just about every unit that releases. You're going to be severely behind, and you're going to have to more than ever, you know, make sure you choose the correct the correct units. And there's not really that many units that are like, there's only a few where it's like, okay, this is worth summoning for, and then you just run the risk of not knowing what comes next, how soon it comes next, because, you know, I went for Alois. I pretty much decided I was going to go for it, but like past that, I've been, you know, I skipped Aya, because I mean, she just wasn't good to me. And unless they give her like a ultra rare version where they fix a lot of her issues, she just won't be usable or good for a while. Excuse me. And I skipped Evelyn. It just seemed odd. Like, okay, they're gonna release 2 banners. There's a good chance they might do something else crazy. And sure enough, just from what I saw, like, you know, because for a while we just didn't have that much content, and then out of nowhere, like, hey, here's Margaret. Like, that's weird. That just came out of nowhere. Okay. And then here we are with this. So I'm pretty reserved at this point in like what I'm gonna spend on, simply because it's like it's a lot, man. And I would rather go for like the way I'm trying to set my account up, and at least for now. Maybe later on down the line I'll, you know, invest more, but it's gonna take quite a bit to, you know, if you haven't just been saving crystals every day, it's gonna take quite a bit to get one of the ultra rares in Morgan or Lillian. So that's kind of where I'm set at. But enough of this. Let's just get into the event. So the way the event's gonna work is you're gonna do these stories, and through these stories you have a chance to get a certain prize pool, and it has like certain it has like certain pools, like certain items and stuff in there that you can pull from. So there's a point system, just like before, and it's letting you know what the energy is that you'll end up consuming. So this is the initial one, where, you know, you do it. After you clear it, it seems like you won't be able to do it anymore. I'm not sure how they're gonna set this up. If it's anything like Aya's, which was solely based on whether or not you clear the pool, it doesn't seem like this is going to follow. Simply because of like the way it's set up. But I'm not sure. If it is set up the same way that Aya and Veronica's event was, then I would say, you know, you get to exploration level 4, and then you just spam the hell out of this for as many times as you can before you complete it. Because the way the point system is set up, it's saying that it's going to consume energy. If it's anything like this summer event, I'm not sure what they're going to base it off of, is the thing. It seems like it's a combination of the two. But there's these challenges that they have here that you do, and there's, you know, an event tab where you get crystals, you get, you know, in-game resources, in event resources, not in-game, in event resources. And just like the summer event, which is why I said what I said earlier, like I'm not sure which one they're basing it off of. It seems like they've combined them, because there's point bonuses here. And if you play through the Aya and Veronica event, there is no, you know, point bonus, but in the summer event there is. So here you have all of the units that will get bonuses. Here Dolores will get the highest bonus, which is 30%. Then you have Tasia, you have Patty, which is interesting because Patty's not yet released. So that also leads me to believe at some point she will be during this this celebration, this event, excuse me. Here you have here you have Fabia, which, you know, everybody should have through the, you know, 7-day login bonus that you get when you know, first play the game. Then Bernadette, that's a top up reward. I don't expect most people to have that. Nia, that's somebody that, you know, everybody should have at this stage, just through, you know, playing the game, logging in. You do get the invitation, so you should have her at this stage. Smiley is another one of those where you may or may not have her, and if you don't have her, that's fine too. And then you have Corlia as well. Excuse me. And she herself, you can get through recruit, just normal recruit, And you can also get her through, you know, the special banner. So, you know, the limited time banners. So there's also that. Evelyn and Coral. Everyone should have Evelyn and Coral, provided that you've gone through the Evelyn story. I did see that, you know, somebody, a few people were wondering, you know, how do you get her? You just go through the Evelyn story, get all the yellow boxes checked off, which is what these, you know, these Samsung challenges, that's like an event thing. But when you just go through the story in a regular, you know, the story progressing through that, the chapters and stuff, there's 3 checkboxes, the same thing as in the event. And as long as you have all of those done, you should, you know, get her. And it shouldn't be based off of, you know, after the, you know, after the fact, when you know, clear the mission itself, and then you can use your own team. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't have gotten, you know, Evelyn and Coral after completing, you know, the story portion of it when I did. So that should be a unit that everyone has, hopefully. And if you don't, it's fine as well. Samora, PN26, and then there's Margaret as well. Now Margaret's another one where you can get through the recruit. So if you have her, awesome, which I do. And if you do have her, then you know her event is active right now, and you can get her mech pieces from there. So that's a unit that you know, as a free-to-play player, can also have. PN26, same thing. You get her pieces through login, and you can also get it through the redeem shop. When you go to recruitment, it's in that tab. So you can get her pieces from there. You can also get it from when you, what mode is it? Is it supply prep? I believe it's supply prep. Every week you get 5 boxes, and then like every day you also get a box daily where you have a chance to get one of her pieces. So that's also an option. I've gotten it from there as well. Make sure you're using them for the, you know, point bonuses. And here, you know, it's just saying, you know, it will divide it into 3 categories: silver, gold, and diamond. So silver is usually the one that you'll likely see. I'm likely just going to see diamond often, because when it comes to probability, I'm pretty good with that, but we'll see. I'll also cover the event in game when it does release tomorrow, and have a video on that as well. So there'll be quite a few videos coming out over the, you know, the course of the, you know, next few weeks, talking about this. And I'm sure, you know, Patty, whenever she, you know, releases, also cover her. But here, the prize pool contains 1 rare item in the silver prize pool. So what that means is, like, there's a chance that you'll get the one of the mech pieces or something in that, or whatever they decide to throw in there. The gold prize pool contains 2 random, you know, rare items, or, you know, mech parts. It's a 30% chance that you have it, you know, appear after you clear, you know, one of the missions, the you know, exploration stages or whatever. And there seems to be a luck value that increases, and I believe that it's set there to get you closer to getting the diamond prize pool. So even if, you know, you don't get the 20% chance for it to appear, what'll end up happening is there will be a meter that ends up going up, and then, you know, after so much, you'll just get a diamond prize pool. So that's where, you know, the points come into play, and then you're going to use those to, you know, they'll likely be some sort of drawing. I'm not sure of the points. The points might be how Aya and Veronica's event is like Shadow of Cerebero or something that it's called. How that one works, where the point system is just set up for, you know, the the missions, and you know, after you gain so much of it, you can, you know, redeem it for stuff. So that might be its own separate thing. You, considering that they're combining elements from the summer event and Shadows, you know, Cerebero with Aya and Veronica, it's a good chance that there might be some drops there where you use that to then draw from the prize pool. And you don't here it's saying, you know, all the items in the prize, after all the items in the prize pool are drawn, the prize pool will automatically be refreshed, meaning you'll get one of these three. You have a chance to get one of these three again, whichever one you got. Be completely random. You can refresh it if you want. You don't actually have to complete it. You can refresh it. And it's saying here that you can refresh the prize pool directly once a day for free. Now, when it says this, I'm not sure if they're going to have you use crystals or some sort of, you know, event currency to, you know, refresh the prize pool. I'd imagine that it's the event currency that you'll be using. Hopefully they don't have you use crystals, because otherwise that would, you know, suck. And it would just slow down the progress, which I don't think they should do. You know, it should be at the discretion of the player itself and whether or not they want to progress through it as soon as possible or take their time with it. But as you can see here, when the lucky value reaches 100, as we said, you know, before, the diamond prize pool will definitely appear in the next refresh, meaning, as we said here, once the meter is full, and now we have a number, which is 100. Once that value reaches 100, you then automatically get the diamond prize pool the next time you refresh. But you have to, you know, refresh the next time. So you could get, you know, a couple of diamonds, and you could still, it won't, you know, is not gonna reset this. It's not gonna reset the your luck value. So let's say you're at, like, I don't know, because depending on what you get, you can either get 5 or 20. So let's say you are at like 65 or something, because it doesn't really matter what number it is, or like I'd say like 80. Okay, let's say it's at 80, and then you just get a bunch of diamond prize pools. Let's say, like, you know, 2 or 3 in a row. And then the next one you get is a gold prize pool. After that gold one, you get a diamond. That's basically how it's going to work. So each draw of the prize pool is going to cost 50 points, and then 10 items in the prize pool will be randomly attained. Okay, cool. So these points actually do factor into the drawing. So it won't be a currency, it'll be the points here. So it's saying here, you know, all the items in the lottery pool are going to need 192 draws, which is 960 points for each one of them. So it's not going to go up or down for it. So you don't have to worry about that. But unfortunately, it doesn't say, you know, what you need to refresh it. So it's a good chance that it, you know, could be crystals. Hopefully not, because that would just be pretty bad, because this event so far seems really good. So here are the drops that you are able to get. So you get the, you know, the scattered module here, which is, you know, really good for, you know, stats on your Mech. You have the advanced textbook there. You have the critical collapse here. You also have a chance to get, you know, some chips here, chip blueprints. So that's really good. Gold, you know, experience, and then one of these coins. one of these cores right here. It's not gonna not allow me to go there. Pretty annoying. But whatever. I can just click on it if I really wanted to see what it is, but just to like explain it, but it's fine. I don't think too many people know what this does, or you know, it's for some other stuff. So here, we have the other events items that you can get from here. I don't remember what this is for. Apparently it's supposed to be processed into other materials. Whatever that means. But this is for your base. This is for your base, so there's that. This is also for your base. Now I don't remember what the exact function is. And here, you know, you also have some stuff for your base. This is for, this stuff goes away. You have the accelerator, which, you know, that's for recruitment. This is also, you know, for your base, whatever it's used for. This you use to upgrade your skills, you know. So there's some good stuff in here. You know, the accelerator for developing parts. That's for recruitment. This is, you know, the normal parts is used to develop your pilot mech stuff, experience, gold, some more of this stuff, get more base stuff, just base stuff. It's just going through the tier list of stuff here. So there is that. And here are the completion rewards that you will get as you go through. So when you first complete it, this is what you'll receive. You get, you know, some gold, you get mechanical parts, you get some blueprint parts that you also use for when you're augmenting your pilot gear, and that's pretty much it. You're not going to be using it to do anything else, really. Like, when you go to develop parts, like, you can, but it doesn't do you any good. It's mainly used for augmentation. As far as, you know, where we're at in global, that's the only use for it. You know, here, you know, these are the first 4, and then, you know, get some more gold. Now here is where you're going to be farming her gear at. So, you know, exploration level 2, exploration level 3, 5, and 6 is where you will be seeing her gear. Now, this is the achievement reward, so it seems as though it may just be a one-time thing. I'm not sure if it'll be farmable, because it simply does not say. It just says, you know, these are rewards, so it may be a one-time thing. I'm thinking that it's going to be farmable. I'd imagine that it will be farmable. I doubt that they would just have it be a one-time thing. That would be weird, but I it'll be guaranteed. I'm not sure what the rarity will be for it. I imagine if it's anything like how Shadow of Cerebroil works, you know, the Ian Veronica event, it's going to be based off of your mercenary level. So if you're level 60, your stuff's going to be 60. If you're in the range of 50 to 59, then it'll be 50. 40 to 49, rarity to be 40, 30, 39, so on and so forth. Like that. So that's why the level requirement to enter the event in the first place is for you to be 11. Because otherwise you're... So... you know, you wouldn't have a rarity because it only goes to 20. So 11 to 29, you can use rarity 20. That's what that's for. That's why they have that level requirement. They have some stuff here. Now here is where it changes. Here is where the rewards get pretty good. So when you clear, you have to 3-star this, by the way. You have to 3-star in order to, you know, get these rewards, because just completing it, just finishing it, you get these guaranteed, right? Up to, you know, 9. But when you 3-star it, you get entirely, you know, different set of rewards. So when you clear, you know, exploration 7 and yeah, exploration 7 right here, you're gonna get this elite recommendation letter. And if you've started in the game, you know what this is. You probably used it immediately. What this does, it's a free multi. It's a free multi-pool. So if you really wanted to, because I don't believe these work on the ultra rare banners, and the reason I say that is because they have like their own separate draw thing, like that's minus. Actually, no, they do. I remember watching the video. They do. I'm pretty sure. So you could save these if you want. You could actually save these if you want, because I remember watching a video of somebody on a Chinese server. I believe it was Chinese server, or it might have been Japanese, but one of those two. I'm pretty sure it was Chinese because it's on Bilibili website, as we are on here right now. But you can save these if you really want to, simply for, you know, a rainy day, or like, well, how long is that? You might, if you have like a few more multis on either one of the banners for Eloise or Evelyn, and that's the difference between you getting the mech and not getting the mech, and you don't have any other options, you could use that recommendation letter, and you're gonna get 2 of them through this event, because you'll see it right here. But this right here, the exquisite mechanical parts, I see. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure this is an entirely different part, because if it was the purple one, it would just be purple. This is completely different. This is completely different hue. This is an entirely different item. So we're gonna get an entirely different item. I'm not sure what the function for it will be. And like how much different it makes your development for mech parts, but we'll see. But this is like the main reason in which you want to do this event. You definitely want to be doing this event. Like this right here is like massive. And here you just draw once for the, you know, the event prize pool, and then, you know, you get this achievement. Do it 20 times, you get this, so on and so forth. You know, 50 draws from it. It goes up more and more. You need to do 1,000 prize pool draws to get the second one. So the first one is pretty easily done. The second one is going to take some time. And unless you, like, I'm not sure how the refreshing method is going to, you know, work. Hopefully it's not crystals. That would really suck if it was crystal based, in which you have to refresh it. Because like the thing is, in Shadow of Cerebral, you do need to use crystals to refresh it. You know, the chances that you can go into it after you've, you know, completed the prize pool entirely, it gives you the option to refresh for crystals. So hopefully they're not doing that. But yeah, we'll see. So this is, you know, pretty much what it's gonna look like. Overall, I'd say the rewards are really good, mainly because you get 2 multis worth, and this isn't even like accounting for the crystals that you're gonna get just from, you know, playing through this. as well. So this is pretty good. This is pretty refreshing, especially because you're getting scatter modules, which, you know, I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate, especially considering, you know, in the last event that we had with Summer Memories, it was gated. These were gated outside of the ones that you had to grind for. They were gated behind having to spin, you know, crystals for it, because you can get you get system upgrade pieces in advanced textbooks if you spent, like, what is it, 1,200 crystals, and then there were sequence coins as well and some other stuff that came with it. Whatever the crystallized, like, cog looking thing is, I don't remember the name of it, but it's like crystallized cog that you use for talent level increases. It's like 9 and 10 is what you use it for, and that costs like 1,500 free crystals. So considering that you can just get these drops here, and it doesn't seem like there's a limit. It does not seem like there's a limit with the prize pool in terms of, like, you know, how many times you can do it. My main concern is, like, what you'll need to refresh it. That's my only concern, because it seems like, you know, you can do it as much as you want, depending on what they're asking in terms of, you know, what the currency is to refresh it. That is my main concern, which is why I'm like really thinking about what that could entail. But yeah, that pretty much covers the update, minus the Halloween event. I'm not sure what that is gonna be about, so we might also have some other stuff to grind, or maybe not, but we'll see. And here is just, you know, the enemy power for, you know, the event. So if you're just starting out, this isn't really much, especially if you've been, you know, playing. This isn't like the slightest bit demanding. The main thing that most people want to be looking to clear is the Exploration 7, which, if you're just starting out playing the game, if you just started like not too long ago, this is just like the main thing that you would want to concern yourself with clearing. You don't really care about 8 and 9, like, just to go through, like, the, you know, what the rewards are. Like, here you see 8 and 9 there, it's just gold and other stuff, and then here you get a ship bridge, you get a chip memory thing, whatever this is. It doesn't have I'm not sure what this actually is, but I'm pretty sure it's like some special chip blueprint or something to commemorate, like, this event. Or it might just be a title or something. I'm not sure. It might be a title, to be honest. Oh no, it says a CG. So this is a backdrop. Excuse me. This is a backdrop. It says ship bridge CG memory representation. So unless you're looking for that to be a completionist, this isn't really something that you need to concern yourself with. It's mainly just 3-starring exploration level 7 for the free multi. That's going to be like your main draw out of this. And of course, you know, also getting Dolores' mech pieces for free, which is, you know, fantastic. But yeah, I'll go over what all of these characters do in a separate video, because this one is pretty long, I'm pretty sure, at this stage. I have not checked the time, but quite some time has passed. So I want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully this was informative for you, and, you know, if you weren't already aware of, you know, what's going on and what's coming with it, what the event will look like, the rewards and all that, hopefully this helps you. Feel free to share this with other people so they see it and they know what's going on too, if they were interested in that and they don't have the, you know, the information readily available. I don't check Reddit. I don't check other people's videos. So if they have already, you know, covered this, awesome. This is just, you know, another video in which you can see it. But I don't check other people's stuff just so there's like no conceivable way that somebody could say like, oh, you got this from herpity doop derp, the great, you know, the great streamer. So there's that. I just don't want any, you know, it's really just to avoid conflict. And I haven't even like said anything in the Discord. Like I haven't said a single thing in the Discord, also to avoid any complications, whatever. Just so I don't have anybody, you know, in my comment section saying stuff like, you just copied this insert YouTube name here, streamer. I don't like you, streamer. You're a copier. I'm gonna tell on you, streamer. Then I'm gonna get your YouTube channel deleted. What are you gonna do, streamer? You ain't gonna do nothing. I held all the power here, streamer. So to avoid that person, that's why. But again, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.